Hello, Skye here, and welcome to another Tips and Tricks. Today we're going to talk about promoting your art business. Now, I know we talked about it before, the business card. If you go back to tip number 8, I talk extensively about the business card and how important that is in promoting your business. But what other things can you do to get your name out there? Remember, it's a crowded field and you have to stand out and do stuff that makes you stand out and above the crowd. But what ways can you promote your business? Well, first of all, art shows. Don't rule them out. It's important to get exposure. Do as many art shows as you possibly can. Now, when you're doing art shows, what are the advantages? Well, first of all, you're mingling with other artists just like you. The secret is to find artists that are better than you, that are doing basically the same thing. Pick their brains, talk to them, network. Very important. I'll tell you what I did at my very first art show. I wanted to be different. I wanted to do something different and draw attention to myself because I was in amongst a lot of good artists. And I wanted to do something that would make me stand out. So I talked to the art director with a plan I had, and they said, yeah, you could do that. I'll tell you what I did. I went to an office supply store, and I had one of my best paintings that I had photographed, and I had 250 cards, color cards printed up. And this is what it looks like. I did this. I printed up these cards. And in pencil, I numbered them 1 to 250. Then I stood next to my art with a little table. And when people would walk by, I'd offer them a free print of my art, and I would sign it right on the spot for them. Oh my God, did that make an impact? I had a line. Drew a lot of attention, to my art. And it was a great giveaway. And you know what? I got some commissions out of it too, big commissions. I ended up doing a 6-foot by 10-foot abstract for people. Guy came by, he handed me the card, he says, man, we love your stuff. And that was what it was, and it was because of the giveaway. And I got a couple other commissions out of it too. And plus I sold some paintings. So what you want to do is always be branding yourself. People are not going to know who you are unless you tell them. So it's important to get your name out there. Another thing too is another way to get your art out is to try putting it in different venues. Think outside the box. You could put your art in coffee houses. Did you ever think of that? Go around your town and look for coffee houses and ask them if you can display your art on their walls. You have your young professionals coming in with their laptops, drinking coffee, there's your art. Young professionals have the moolah. We hope they do anyways, and they're more apt to be tuned in to the abstracts or whatever you are doing and may purchase your art. You can always talk to the coffee house too, and maybe they'll let you do like a little show there too. You can invite your friends and family and maybe do a demonstration or do a live painting demonstration right at the coffee house. Talk to them. Think. You got to be creative. Think outside the box. You never know what's going to happen. Okay, another thing too is maybe you could put your art in restaurants. People come in, they sit down, they dine, your art on the walls with your card and the price of it. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. Another thing is wine bars. You get all your young professionals, you got your doctors, you got your lawyers, everybody goes in with their wife or their date or their girlfriend, wife and girlfriend, you never know. But they sit in there and they have wine and your art is on the walls. Talk to the place that has the wine place. Maybe you can feature your art in a way like doing a painting demonstration or doing a talk about your art. Maybe they'll do something like that with you. Be creative, think outside the box. Wine places are a great way to get exposure that you need. But here's another one that you didn't think of. It's called a bank. Why not feature your art in a bank lobby? Go to your hometown bank and ask them if you can feature your art. Because, you know why? Because you're close to the money. People might see your art, withdraw the money, and call you up. You never know. Banks are a great place to show your art. Another thing too, in order to get exposure, is what you have to think about is your own personal website. Now, it's okay when you're first starting out to go on these sites like Etsy.com and there's another one called Artpal.com. They're great to get going if you're afraid to start your own website, but believe me, it's well worth the effort to think about, if not right now, in the near future, starting your own website. What is the benefits of that? Well, benefits is that when your audience comes there to look at your art, they're not going to wander off and look at somebody else's. A lot of trouble with some of these sites is that while you're showing your art on their site, they pop up pop-ups for other artists. So it takes the people off you. If they see something better, they're gone. You got to be careful. You just don't want that to happen. You want to get your audience. You want to keep them there. You don't want to give them the chance to go wandering off and the chance that they'll buy others. Now, what happens is that a lot of times you'll give hearts to other people's artwork and stuff. What happens is the customer goes and they want to check out to see who you like, and they wander off and they might buy from your competitor. Had that happen once or twice. So I'd lock that out, because what happens is they'll wander off and they'll go buy somewhere else. They might find something better, So that's another problem. But having your own website, you've got your captive audience. Now, I'm an affiliate. I got to be honest with you. I am an affiliate for iPage, where you can create your own website. Very inexpensive. They'll give you, I think, a domain for free for so many months or whatever. It's very, very inexpensive. And by going there and buying a website there, I do get a commission. However, it doesn't make a difference whether you go through my link. If you go through their link direct, it's not going to affect your price. But by going through my link, it helps promote I get a commission on it, and it helps promote my art. Helps me to produce videos and stuff. But it will not affect your price whatsoever. So why not help me out if you decide to do a website? Now, the reason why I like iPage is that they have WordPress in it. Now, WordPress is good because on your website, there's a place where you can blog. You can actually write things. And what happens is that goes through Google and pushes you up the ranks. iPage is great because when you have their website, you'll be pushed up in the ranks, and within maybe a month or so, you might be sitting on the first page. It's a possibility. It did for me. They pushed me up. And anytime I blog, it goes right out there, and I can find it, on the internet. So that's good. You want to always blog. Blogging helps create you. It creates the brand that people can find you. So blogging is important, and you can do this all in your own website. Now, setting up a website sometimes is not the easiest thing. It takes time, takes patience, but once you learn how to do it, there's nothing like it. You've got your captive audience, and it pays for itself. It does pay for itself. It's a good investment. A good investment. So, another thing too is that if you get orders, make sure that you follow up. Get your customer list. Your list is important. Get your customers, and then every so often, run offers or whatever. Keep in contact with them. Tell them any news that you're doing in the art. Your customers are important. So if you sell something, Keep a file of their names. Now, if you go to any art shows and people hand you their cards, they're interested in your art. Don't let them go. Could be a potential buyer. Follow through. Make sure you contact them. That's important. Procrastination will make you poor. You can't procrastinate. You have to be on top of your game. You have to be business oriented. You have to think. You don't have to be a genius at it. Just follow through on everything you do. You know, your customer is everything. Well, we could talk forever on promotion, and there's a lot of ground to cover. But this is just a general overview, and hopefully it helped fire off some ideas for you. And if you haven't had a chance, make sure you watch tip number 8. It's the tip before that, all about business cards. A lot of good information there. And we'll be talking more in depth about websites and different types of promotions as we go on. So you want to stay tuned. But hopefully this will inspire you to be your own boss. Remember, nobody knows your art like you know your art. So get out there and push yourself. Blow your own horn, folks. Nobody's going to blow it for you. And they're not going to come knocking on your door for your art just because you're a great artist. Doesn't make a difference. There's a lot of bad artists making money because they know how to push themselves and brand themselves and do the things that I talked about. You do it too. Make lots of money on down the road. We'll talk to you real soon, folks. Thank you for watching my tips and tricks. I'm going to enjoy my coffee, and I hope you enjoy one too. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.